Hey YouTube, Twig here, bringing you guys an update to my Lunalight deck profile for October 2017. We finally got the Crimson Fox and the Kaleido Chick support for this deck in the latest pack, Circuit Break. It was really cool that they gave them to us. Kind of wish they weren't common, but nonetheless, still awesome to have them for the deck. So I can finally bring you guys an update to this deck profile, making the deck a whole lot better, just that we have those cards to go off of plays as well. So let's go ahead and jump right into the deck profile. For starters, I run 3 Lunalight Blue Cat. This card is really good for its search effect, and the whole point of the Lunalight deck, if you're not familiar with it, means that you get off a lot of fusion summons using your different Lunalight fusion monsters to fuse into different ones. So you want to get big field on and set up using this card. If this card is special summon, you can target one Lunalight monster you control, except for Blue Cat. Its attack becomes double its original attack until the end of this turn. You can only use this effect of Blue Cat once per turn, and if this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Lunalight monster from your deck. So you can grab into the resources that you need with this card, and I also like that it doesn't have to specify going to the graveyard, so it makes a lot of cards worthless against her, including Macro, Cosmo, and D-Fisher, if you ever come up against those, just because of that graveyard effect. Just makes her so much better, and like I said, you can grab what you need for future plays. And running 3 of the new Lunalight Crimson Fox. This card, if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, change its attack to 0 until the end of this turn. When a card or effect is activated that targets a Lunalight monster you control, this is a quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, negate the activation, and if you do, each player gains 1,000 life points. So a great graveyard quick effect that you can use with this card for basic protection. And with the card effect, you basically use that effect with the fusion to target a face-up monster, putting it at 0. So with your powerful Lunalight fusions, you can hit pretty hard against those monsters that you make 0 with this card. And 3 Lunalight Kaleido Chick. I was actually surprised that we got her as well. I thought we were getting one of each Crimson Fox and the Lyra Lusk in this, but so awesome that we got Kaleido Chick as well. Once per turn, you can send one Lunalight monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. The name of this face-up card on the field can be treated as that send monster, and if this card is sent as a fusion material this turn, if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target one polymerization in your graveyard, add to your hand. You can only use this effect of Kaleido Chick once per turn. If this card is banished, you can activate this effect. This turn, your opponent's card effects cannot be activated during the battle phase. So the banish effect is really good for going off of the Pendulum, Lunalight Wolf's Miracle Fusion-like effect. So you can be protected when you go for your big all-out attacks, whether it be with Leo Dancer or something like that. And the copy effect just helps because you can also send resources to the graveyard to lose later on with Wolf herself as well. And I also run 3 Lunalight Black Sheep. This is your searcher. You can discard this card to add one Lunalight monster from your graveyard to your hand, except for Black Sheep, or add one polymerization from your deck to your hand. And if this card is sent to the graveyard as a fusion material for a fusion summon, you can add to your hand one face-up Lunalight Pendulum monster from your extra deck, or one Lunalight monster from your graveyard, except for Black Sheep. So it's a good way because you don't really pendulum summon too much with this deck, but if your opponent does destroy your Wolf or your other one, which is Tiger, you can add it back, or even add back resources using this card to the graveyard. And a lot of them can be like ones for potential use later on, which can really help out. And I also run 2 Lunalight White Rabbit. I just run 2 of this card. When it's normal summon, target one Lunalight monster in your graveyard except for White Rabbit, and special summon it in defense. Once per turn, you can target one spell or trap card your opponent controls up to the number of other Lunalight cards you control, return them to the hand. This can help get rid of pesky back row that you might want to get rid of before you go into your fusion play, which I think is really awesome with this card. So the biggest threat is just having something stop your fusion play. Have her take care of it unless your opponent wants to use that card to deal with the White Rabbit early on, but either way, better than risking it all with that polymerization and just going for the clear, having no back row to worry about. And the special summon just helps all in all with graveyard summons if you have polymerization to go off into. And also 2 Purple Butterfly. With this card, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Target one Lunalight monster you control, gains 1000 attack until the end of this turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon one Lunalight monster from your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. So a good power bump up, especially with basically Crimson Fox with that 0, just making your monster even more powerful. It's really, really cool. And you can grab that special summon from your hand for her other effect. Just 2 though. Other than that, you don't want to have her too much, because that's all she's really good for. She doesn't play too much for any of her other abilities. And for the Pendulum monsters, 3 Lunalight Wolf. Like I said, I really like her for her Pendulum effect, for the Miracle Fusion. It's basically like you're keeping a Miracle Fusion on the field to use when you want. And her monster effect is if a Lunalight monster you control attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. So cool on the field as well. If they're in defense, you can get your big monsters out. Most of the time I get her out with Purple Butterfly because I don't want to waste a tribute on her. Other than that. And also 3 Lunalight Tiger. I like her for her recycle effects. For her Pendulum, once per turn you can target one Lunalight monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but it cannot attack. Its effects are negated and also destroyed. That's good for the fusion summon aspect of the deck, just for that, or even exceed, depending on what you have on the field. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one Lunalight monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but you can only use the effect of Tiger once per turn. So another good effect to go off of. Just remember when to get off the right special summon destruction off of her. But the special summon with her own effect is really cool too, just for easy grab for fusion fodder, like I said. And that is it for the monster lineup. I love running a pure Lunalight build. Just works so well together, especially since like I said, we got Crimson Fox and Kaleido Chick in the latest pack. It's just too good. It's definitely what the deck needed. For spells, 3 Polymerization. This is pretty standard here. Fusioning is your biggest play in the deck, whether it be going into Cat Dancer, Panther Dancer, or Leo Dancer. So you want to make sure you open up Polymerization. And it's very easy since you're searchable with Black Sheep to grab it. So it's basically like you have 6 searches in the deck. 1 Fusion Recovery. This is just to grab it back, and a monster potentially from the graveyard. If you don't use it for a Miracle Fusion play already and it's banished and you can't grab it back. And 3 Fire Formation Tenki. Pretty standard here, just to add what you need with Tenki. The only thing you can't grab is Wolf, sadly, but anything else is fair game with Tenki for any of your plays. And 2 Lunalight Perfume. I might bump this up to 3, it depends. There are a lot of cards that can special summon with this deck. But it's a target 1 Lunalight monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then discard 1 card to add a Lunalight monster from your deck to your hand. So good search as well. Potential might bump up to 3. We'll see. Like I said, I like it at 2 for now, but definitely try out 3 if there's 1 card in the deck that you don't agree with, potentially. 2 Allure of Darkness. I did have this at 3, trying 2, mostly for the fact that some of the Pendulum monsters are light, so not everything is a guarantee. I mean, you do run a majority of Dark, so what I might do is take out 1 MST of the 2 I'm running and put in a 3rd Allure. If you want to run 3 Perfume, this would be the card to take out as well. You have bounce cards with Rabbit to take care of back row, so this is, like I said, player preference here, even if it wants to be Twin Twister or something like that. And then for traps, I run 3 Lunalight Reincarnation Dance. This could also be a potential takeout for 2 in the deck if you wanted. For another additional Perfume or Allure. With this card, if a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, add up to 2 Lunalight monsters from your deck to your hand. You can only activate Reincarnation Dance once per turn. So searching, which I think is really great. Grab what you need. There's no restrictions for the search either, and very easy. It just has to say monster you control. So grab the searches you want. And to finish up the traps and main deck, 2 Horn of the Phantom Beast. I love this equip card on the fusion monsters. It can give them that power boost, which I went against True Draco, and the biggest thing with Panther Dancer when I had her on the field, she wasn't strong enough. He already used the destruction play, equipped it with Horn, got over it pretty easy with the attack. And the draw also comes in handy a lot. And then for the extra deck, I run 3 Lunalight Cat Dancer. Might bump her down to 2 and put Panther to 3, just because I see Kaleido Chick taking on the name of Cat Dancer a lot more than I do any of the other ones. 4 easy fusions. This one, it can, once per turn, it cannot be destroyed. Well, obviously it's a continuous effect. It cannot be destroyed by battle, but once per turn during your main phase, you can tribute one other Lunalight monster for the rest of this turn. The first time each monster your opponent controls would be destroyed by battle, it is not destroyed. And this card can attack all monsters your opponent controls twice each. If this card declares an attack, inflict 100 damage to your opponent. With Crimson Fox, her effect is so awesome. You can hit for huge damage if you get your combo off right with this card. Really, really cool. And I love that it can't be destroyed by battle. It's a great protection tactic. Same with Panzer Dancer. She has the card effect though, and her attack is greater though, so you have that to go off of. But basically, same concept here. But like I said, might bump her up to 3, just for better plays, in my opinion. And your big monster is Leo Dancer. You need, respectively, for each one of these, Cat Dancer for Panther, and Panther for Leo. Cat Dancer, you just need 2 Lunalight monsters, so pretty simple there. And it must be fusion summoned with the above fusion materials and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects, and this card can make a second attack during each battle phase. Once per turn, at the end of damage step, if this card attacked a monster, you can destroy all special summoned monsters your opponent controls. She is a true powerhouse of the deck at 3,500 attack as well. Just really great when you can get her out. And also, 1 Starving Venom that just needs 2 dark monsters, so very easy to get this card out as well. An awesome tech fusion in the deck. And also 1 Tiger King. He, if you exceed summon using your Crimson Fox, Kaleido Chicks, and your blue cats, you can search out Tenkies for future search plays. And Tenki also powers up, so it's really cool, powering up all your Lunalights and Tiger King. And then for the generic exceeds, 1 Castel, 1 Tornado Dragon, and 1 Abyss Dweller. I can get into rank 4 plays the easiest with those 3 monsters for the Lunalights I mentioned earlier, so these are my choice ones to play for the generic. And then for the Link monster lineup, I run 1 Firewall Dragon, 1 Decode Talker, and 1 Proxy Dragon, because there are those times when you just have those dead monsters on the field with nothing else left to do, including in your extra deck zone, that you can just go for the Link summon with and have a better play. But yeah, that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Once again, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, Kira Twig out.